The old man, who said he was a prophet, had raised the boy to expect the Lord's call himself, and to be prepared for the day he would hear it. He had schooled him in the evils that befall prophets, in those that come from the world, which are trifling, and those that come from the Lord and burn the prophet clean. For he himself had been burned clean, and burned clean again. He had learned by fire. The boy, who had ideas of his own, listened with an impatient conviction that he would not make any mistakes himself when the time came and the Lord God called him. £200 of dead mountain to bury, he thought, and stood with one foot on the shovel, leaning forward, studying the white sky through the branches of the tree. It would take all day to get a hole big enough out of this rock.
There's no such thing as the devil. It's Jesus or you.
He had lost his dislike for the thought of the voice. Only every now and then it sounded like a stranger's voice to him. He began to feel that he was only just now meeting himself, as if as long as his uncle had lived, he had been deprived of his own acquaintance. Tarwater looked up and saw two figures cutting across the field, a colored man and a woman. He thought about the work that still had to be done, and decided that in exchange for getting the water for the Negroes, they would continue his digging. Tarwater began to walk faster. Then he began to lope, and in a second he was running like something hunted, sliding down slopes waxed with pine needles and grasping the limbs of trees to pull himself panting up the slippery inclines. He crashed through a wall of honeysuckle and leapt across the sandy, near-dry stream bed and fell down against the high clay bank that formed the back wall of a cove where the old man kept his extra liquor hidden. He hid it in a hollow of the bank. A burning arm slid down Tarwater's throat, as if the devil were already reaching inside him to finger his soul. Tawad had ceased to have any feeling in his legs. He dozed for a while, his head hanging to the side and his mouth open, and the liquor trickling slowly down the side of his face. Eventually, there was only a drip at the neck of the bottle, forming and filling and dropping, silent and measured and sun-colored. The bright, even sky began to fade, coarsening with clouds until every shadow had gone in.